There is a quiet, persistent anxiety that many men face as they cross into their 40s, 50s, and beyond, the sudden, sinking feeling that they've become invisible. In a culture that worships at the altar of youth, it's easy to believe the lie that your best days are behind you and that attraction is reserved only for the young and the restless. You might look in the mirror and see a few more lines or a bit of gray and assume the world has stopped noticing you. But the truth is actually the opposite. While youth has a loud, temporary flash, maturity carries a deep, resonant power. You aren't losing your appeal. You are trading the frantic energy of a young man for the steady, magnetic authority of a man who has actually lived. This shift in how the world sees you is what we call the invisible magnetism. It's not based on a trendy haircut or the latest fashion fad. It's rooted in your presence. As an older man, you possess a grounded confidence that younger men simply haven't earned yet. You've weathered storms, built a career, navigated relationships, and survived failures. That history creates an aura of emotional safety and competence that women find incredibly compelling. You might be receiving signals of interest, lingering glances, extra long conversations, or subtle smiles, without even realizing they are happening, simply because you've been conditioned to think you're past your prime. In reality, the stakes of attraction have changed in your favor. While younger men are often busy trying to prove who they are, you already know who you are. That self-assurance is a rare commodity. Today, we are going to pull back the curtain on the specific, often overlooked signs that you are a high-value, attractive older man. We're moving past superficial charm and looking at the quiet power of your experience. Understanding these subtle cues won't just change how you see the women around you. It will fundamentally transform how you see yourself when you look in that mirror. One of the most profound yet frequently misunderstood signs of your attractiveness is how younger women behave when they are around you. If you've noticed that women in their 20s or 30s seem unusually relaxed, open, or willing to linger in conversation, it isn't just a coincidence. It's a response to your calm energy. Younger men are often in a constant state of performance. They feel a desperate need to impress, to dominate the conversation, or to win a woman's attention. This creates a subtle but palpable tension that women can feel. You, on the other hand, have reached a stage where you no longer feel the need to prove your worth to every stranger you meet. Because you are settled in your own identity and comfortable in your own skin, you project a grounded stability that acts as a natural stress reliever for those around you. This sense of security is incredibly magnetic because it offers something rare: emotional safety. Whether it's a coworker who shares a personal story she wouldn't tell someone her own age, or a barista who takes an extra 30 seconds to joke with you despite a busy line, they are responding to a man who doesn't vibrate with hidden agendas or nervous ego. Women have a highly tuned intuition for safety, and when they sense a man who is emotionally mature and physically relaxed, they naturally drop their guard. This is the hidden doorway to attraction. While a younger man might be trying to spark interest through flashy gestures, you are creating attraction through a deep, subconscious sense of peace. When a woman feels she can be her true self without being judged or managed, she is already being drawn into your orbit. Furthermore, this comfort often manifests as emotional openness. You may find that younger women listen more intently when you speak or lean in closer when you share an opinion. This happens because your voice carries the weight of experience rather than the noise of insecurity. You don't have to shout to be heard. Your quiet confidence does the heavy lifting for you. In a world full of men who are constantly trying too hard, a man who is simply being is a breath of fresh air. This effortless rapport is one of the strongest indicators that your maturity isn't just a number. It's a high-level attractive trait that makes you stand out in any room. If you find that women are consistently noticing the small things, the crispness of your shirt, the specific scent of your cologne, or how well kept your beard or haircut is, don't dismiss it as mere small talk. For a mature man, style is far more than just a surface-level concern. It is a powerful nonverbal statement of self-discipline. Unlike a younger man who might be chasing the latest hype or wearing flashy logos to fit in, your style is an intentional choice. It's a reflection of a man who has graduated from trying to look good to simply being well presented. When you put effort into your appearance, you aren't shouting for attention. You are quietly demonstrating that you have high standards for yourself. You are signaling to the world that you are a man of order and intention, not someone who has let himself go or stopped caring about the details of his life. This attention to detail acts as a massive psychological green light for women. From an evolutionary and social standpoint, women are naturally observant of how a man treats himself. If a man takes the time to ensure his clothes fit well and his grooming is sharp, a woman intuitively interprets this as a sign of character. The subconscious logic is simple. If this man respects himself enough to maintain his own standards, he likely has the capacity and the discipline to respect and care for a partner as well. Your grooming isn't just about aesthetics, it's a proxy for your lifestyle. A well-maintained appearance suggests that you have your life in order, that you pay attention to the nuances of a situation, and that you aren't lazy. It's the difference between a man who just shows up and a man who presents himself with purpose. Ultimately, the most attractive thing about your style is the intentionality behind it. You don't need to wear a three-piece suit to every event to be noticed. Whether you're in a tailored jacket or a perfectly polished casual look, the key is that it looks like you meant to wear it. This sense of purpose is deeply masculine. It tells a woman that you know who you are and that you don't need a trend report to tell you how to exist in the world. When you walk into a room smelling subtle yet sophisticated and wearing clothes that actually fit your frame, you create an aura of refined power. Women notice this because it is rare. In a sea of men who dress for comfort or conformity, the man who dresses for himself, out of pure self-respect, is the one who truly stands out. In the world of adult attraction, the most significant messages are rarely spoken aloud. They are transmitted through the eyes. If you find yourself in a situation, whether at a social gathering, a coffee shop, or even a grocery store, where a woman catches your eye and doesn't immediately dart her gaze away, you need to understand the weight of that moment. A lingering look is defined as eye contact that lasts just a heartbeat longer than what is socially required. In those extra 1 or 2 seconds, a profound shift occurs. She is moving past the phase of casual observation and into the territory of genuine interest. This isn't a random occurrence or a blank stare. It is a primal, nonverbal invitation that signals she has found something in your presence that warrants a second, deeper look. What's truly fascinating is that she likely isn't analyzing the specifics of your outfit or the brand of your watch during this time. Instead, she is reacting to your presence, the intangible way you carry yourself. As a mature man, you likely occupy space with a sense of unbothered charisma, meaning you aren't scanning the room for approval or acting nervously. This stillness is rare and highly attractive. When she holds your gaze, she is testing the energy you project. She is sensing your confidence and your calm. By not looking away instantly, she is essentially leaning in emotionally. It's a subconscious way of saying, I see the man behind the mask, and I'm curious about what I see. You must realize that for many women, a bold, direct look is the female equivalent of a grand gesture. Because many women prefer to be subtle in their approach, they use their eyes to do the heavy lifting. That extra second of contact is her way of creating a bridge between two strangers. It's an opening, a green light that indicates she is comfortable enough with your energy to keep the connection open. If you can learn to recognize these moments without overthinking them or becoming self-conscious, you'll start to see that you are being chosen by the room far more often than you ever imagined. It's the ultimate sign that your maturity hasn't made you invisible. It has made you worth a much longer look. One of the most overlooked signs of attraction is the frequency with which people, and specifically women, turn to you for your perspective or guidance. When a woman approaches you to ask for your take on a career move, a personal dilemma, or even a simple life decision, she isn't just looking for a how-to manual or a Google search answer. She is actually signaling that she perceives you as a grounded authority, someone who is steady, wise, and emotionally capable. While younger men can offer excitement and spontaneity, they often lack the ballast that comes with years of navigating real-world wins and losses. Your value lies in the fact that you have been through the fire and come out the other side. That history is written in your calm tone and your ability to listen without reacting impulsively. Women are naturally drawn to this kind of stability because it is a rare harbor in a world that often feels chaotic and loud. This dynamic is a massive indicator of attraction because it is built on the most durable foundation possible: respect. In the realm of high value relationships, admiration is often the precursor to love. When she asks for your advice, she is subconsciously saying, I trust your mind and I value your judgment. She is looking to be grounded by your presence, seeking to borrow a bit of your certainty to help calm her own anxieties. There is something deeply masculine and incredibly attractive about a man who doesn't offer knee-jerk emotional reactions, but instead provides a centered, thoughtful perspective. You aren't just solving a problem for her, you are demonstrating that you are a man who can handle the weight of life. That kind of competence is a quiet aphrodisiac that creates a deep intellectual and emotional bond. Ultimately, being the wise man in the room doesn't mean you have to be a professor or a lecturer. It means you are a man who speaks from a place of lived truth. This groundedness creates a unique type of chemistry that younger men simply cannot replicate because they haven't lived long enough to earn it. When a woman realizes she can rely on your steadiness, her attraction to you shifts from a superficial liking to a profound needing to be around your energy. You become a pillar of strength, and that role is one of the most attractive positions a man can occupy. You aren't just another guy in the crowd. You are the one who knows the way, and that makes you unforgettable. There is a common misconception that the most attractive man in the room is the one talking the loudest or making the biggest scene. In reality, true magnetism, especially as you mature, is found in the whisper of quiet confidence. When you walk into a space with your head held high, your shoulders relaxed, and a steady gait, you are communicating a powerful message without saying a single word. You are a man who is not begging for validation. Younger men often feel the need to perform, to boast, or to constantly check the room to see if they are being noticed. This vibrating energy of insecurity is exhausting to be around. You, however, represent the opposite. By simply being comfortable in your own space and not scanning the faces of others for approval, you become a breath of fresh air. Your lack of desperation for attention is exactly what draws attention to you. This quiet power is rooted in the fact that you have already proven your worth to yourself. Because you aren't looking for a pat on the back from strangers, you possess a rare level of composure. You don't flinch when things get awkward, and you don't feel the need to fill every silence with empty chatter. This creates an aura of mystery and intrigue. People, and women in particular, are naturally curious about a man who seems entirely self-contained and unbothered by external pressure. They wonder what you know and where your strength comes from. In a world full of people shouting for likes, follows, and eyes on me, your silence and ease carry a weight that is far more impressive than any boastful story. It tells the world that you are the captain of your own ship, and that kind of autonomy is one of the most attractive traits a man can possess. Furthermore, this relaxed presence builds instant respect because it signals high status and high emotional intelligence. When you don't seek approval, you ironically receive more of it. Women perceive this calm as a form of protective strength. They intuitively feel that if you can remain this centered and relaxed in a social setting, you are likely a man who can handle the real pressures of life, crisis, and commitment. You don't have to announce your importance. Your posture and your peace do it for you. This quiet confidence doesn't shout at people to look at you. It whispers to them that you are someone worth knowing. It is the ultimate sign of a man who has mastered himself, and there is nothing more magnetic than that. When it comes to physical attraction as you age, there is a major shift from chasing a specific look to embodying a specific energy. You don't need to spend hours in the gym trying to carve out the physique of a 20-year-old bodybuilder to be considered attractive. Instead, what truly captures attention is vitality, a visible sense of health, strength, and life force. If friends or strangers are commenting that you look strong, fit for your age, or full of energy, they aren't just complimenting your muscles, they are noticing your discipline. Fitness at a mature age is a powerful signal of self-respect. It shows that you view your body as a valuable vessel for your mind and spirit, and that you've made a conscious choice not to let yourself go. This type of physical presence tells the world that you are a man who is still very much in the game and that you have the stamina to handle whatever life throws your way. This sense of vitality is something women are biologically and intuitively tuned to recognize. While a younger man's fitness is often expected or even effortless, an older man's fitness is a choice. It reveals a high level of consistency and a long-term mindset. When a woman sees a man who moves with ease, stands with good posture, and radiates the glow of an active lifestyle, she isn't just seeing a good body. She's seeing a man who is likely to be around for a long time. It suggests that you have the energy to participate in life, to go on adventures, and to show up fully in a relationship. In her eyes, your physical health is a proxy for your mental and emotional health. If you have the discipline to take care of your heart and your strength, it's a strong indicator that you have the discipline to take care of the people you love. Ultimately, vitality is about capability. It's the difference between looking like a man who is fading into the background and looking like a man who is leading the charge. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be alive in your movement. When you carry yourself with the steady step of someone who stays active, you project a sense of ready for anything that is deeply masculine and incredibly compelling. It's not about vanity. It's about demonstrating that you still have a fire burning inside you. That life force is a magnetic quality that draws people toward you because everyone wants to be around the man who looks like he's just getting started. If you notice that women are consistently laughing at your jokes, even the ones you suspect might be a bit cheesy or dad level, you need to realize that something much deeper than comedy is at play. Laughter in a social setting is rarely just about the quality of the punchline. It is a profound signal of emotional chemistry and connection. When a woman laughs with you, she isn't just saying you're funny. She is signaling that she feels comfortable, open, and resonant with your frequency. For a mature man, humor is one of the most effective ways to demonstrate high emotional intelligence. It shows that despite your experience and authority, you don't take yourself too seriously. When you can be playful, or better yet, secure enough to poke fun at your own expense, you are broadcasting a level of inner peace that is incredibly rare and attractive. You are showing her that you are real, unpretentious, and safe to be around. This shared laughter acts as a bridge that moves a conversation from polite small talk into the realm of genuine intimacy. Why? Because laughter is an involuntary physical response. If she is laughing, her guard is down, her stress levels are dropping, and her brain is releasing feel-good chemicals that she is now associating directly with you. Pay close attention to her body language during these moments. If she is leaning in toward you, making frequent eye contact, or perhaps even lightly touching your arm as she laughs, she is signaling a deep emotional compatibility. She is telling you that she enjoys the vibe you create and that she feels a sense of alignment with your personality. It's a way of testing the waters to see if your spirits match, and if the air between you feels light and joyful, the attraction is already well underway. Ultimately, being able to make a woman laugh is one of the most powerful tools in an older man's arsenal because it proves you haven't become crusty or cynical with age. It shows that you still have a sense of wonder and a lighthearted spirit, which balances out your masculine groundedness. You aren't just a pillar of strength, you're a source of joy. When a man can provide both stability and laughter, he becomes irresistible. It's not about being a stand-up comedian. It's about using humor to say, I'm confident enough to be silly, and I'm observant enough to make you smile. That combination is a master key to attraction that younger, more self-conscious men often struggle to find. As you move into your 40s, 50s, and beyond, the language of flirting undergoes a significant transformation. It matures from the loud, obvious gestures of youth into a more layered and intuitive form of communication. To the untrained eye, it might seem like nothing is happening, but a man who understands human behavior will see a green light glowing everywhere. One of the most common signs is mirroring, where a woman subconsciously aligns her body language with yours. If you lean back in your chair and she does the same, or if you take a sip of your drink and she follows suit, she is signaling a deep psychological rapport. This is her brain's way of saying she is in sync with you. Additionally, watch for primal grooming gestures, such as her slowly smoothing her hair, adjusting a piece of jewelry, or straightening her clothes when you enter her line of sight. These aren't random fidgets. They are ancient, subconscious signals meant to draw your attention to her presence and appearance. Another major indicator of attraction in maturity is the concept of created proximity. Unlike the direct approaches common in younger years, a mature woman who is drawn to you will often find subtle, logical reasons to be near you. She might show up at the same corner of a social event, ask for your help with a task she is perfectly capable of doing herself, or join a conversation just as you enter it. She is essentially placing herself in your orbit to see if you will take the lead. This is an invitation for you to engage. When she creates these moments, she is handing you the keys to the interaction. She isn't just being friendly, she is deliberately narrowing the physical and emotional distance between you to see if the chemistry is mutual. Understanding these cues is vital because it shifts the power dynamic from guessing to knowing. When a woman uses these subtle gestures, she is testing your awareness and your confidence. She wants to see if you are a man who is tuned in enough to notice the nuances. These aren't just coincidences. They are a sophisticated series of nonverbal prompts designed to encourage you to move the interaction forward. By recognizing mirroring, grooming, and proximity for what they truly are, you stop being a passive observer of your social life and start becoming an active participant. You'll realize that the green light has been flashing for a while. You just had to know which language it was being spoken in. It is time to discard the outdated belief that your attractiveness has an expiration date. In reality, your value as a man isn't fading away with the passage of time. It is gaining a depth and a richness that youth simply cannot possess. While a young man's appeal is often based on surface-level aesthetics and high-energy charm, your appeal is rooted in something far more sustainable: your wisdom, your groundedness, and your hard-earned self-assurance. True attraction isn't just about a smooth face or a trend-focused wardrobe. It belongs to the man who has navigated the complexities of life and come out stronger on the other side. If you have recognized even a few of the signs we've discussed today, the lingering looks, the sought-after advice, or the ease women feel in your presence, then you must accept the truth that you are far more desirable than you have been giving yourself credit for. The most important takeaway is to stop measuring your worth by the standards of a 20-year-old. A truly handsome man isn't defined by the lack of lines on his face or how he looks in a mirror under harsh lighting. Instead, he is defined by the weight of his presence, the way he fills a room with calm, the way he listens with intention, and the quiet power with which he moves through the world. When you carry yourself with the knowledge that you have lived, learned, and succeeded, you project an aura that is rare and highly sought after. You are no longer competing for attention. You are commanding respect. This shift from seeking to being is the ultimate hallmark of a high-value man. As you move forward, remember that the world responds to the energy you project. If you walk through life believing you are invisible, you will act invisible. But if you embrace this mature value and recognize the silent magnetism you've cultivated over the years, you will find that the world, and women in particular, will start to see you in an entirely new light. Your best years aren't behind you. They are happening right now, fueled by a type of confidence that only comes with time. Own your experience, trust your presence, and realize that by the most meaningful standards of attraction, you may be more powerful than you ever imagined.